Hello, 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 and good morning. This is Donny Coram, your foreclosure deals coach, broadcasting live at our live Q&A session for the Foreclosure Deals Coach program, where we help people just like you to find, figure, fund, fix, and flip their first foreclosure deal. You know, in a marketplace like this, it's very easy when things are starting to seem a little bit unstable to think that there are no more deals available in the marketplace. After all, if there were deals, why isn't everybody picking them off immediately? Well, here's the thing, guys. There are always deals in every market. The key is where you find those deals and how quickly you can snag those deals. You see, as a professional investor going on about 20 years and having done over 300 flips in my career, I can tell you that I look at deals all the time. What always confuses me is why they're sitting in the market. So if you get that mindset, well, this must not be that great of a deal, nobody else is buying it, you ultimately end up buying nothing. And that's kind of the analysis paralysis that keeps most investors from actually doing deals. Well, on today's show, we're going to find a couple of deals and do a quick analysis with you in real time to show you that every day of the week and twice on Wednesday, today's Thursday, so twice on Thursday, we can find deals. Now, the reason I want to do that is because when you understand that deals are everywhere and what's actually preventing you from doing a deal is your own reservations and doubts about getting into your first deal. After all, if you find a deal, how can you analyze it properly to verify that it is a deal? We're going to do that today. After you've analyzed the deal, how can you fund that deal? We're going to talk about some funding scenarios very briefly today. Then you have to get the deal fixed. So we're going to discuss the quick look at what the rehab costs should actually be on the deal. And then what do you do to get the property flipped without giving all of your profit to your real estate agent or the selling cycle or the lender, et cetera, so you can keep some of that money in your pocket. By combining all of this, not just finding the deal, it's an important skill set to be able to locate a deal, but when you combine all of the skill sets that I offer in my 5-step process to help you do deals consistently with a minimum profit during our engagement as your coach of $25,000. You heard that correctly. When you hire me as your coach, as long as it takes, you're going to make at least 25 grand in pure back-end profit, or you and I are stuck in this relationship until that's the case. Now, it is my aim and goal to find that in the first deal that we do together. We're looking for deals with a minimum margin, back-end profit of $25,000. But if we miss that mark, you're not losing on the opportunity. You're still making money, and this is an opportunity to learn. Okay, so if you're getting paid any amount of money to learn the process, you'll do better on your second deal, better still on your third deal, et cetera, et cetera. And that's how real estate investing becomes life-changing. Doing one deal, no matter how lucrative it is not going to change your life. However, learning how to do deals consistently, to find them like we're about to do, to analyze them quickly so you can make a decision, to fund them using my network of hard and private money lenders, fix them using my contractor referral system, and then flip them at a profit is going to change your life in ways you can't possibly understand until you've gotten started. And what's my purpose? It's the end of the year. I still have room for 2 more clients this year that I'd like to bring on and help get them into their first deal. So we are selling that deal in the first quarter of next year. If we buy something right now, you should be cashing your check for that deal in the first quarter of next year. This is not theory. It's not an MLM scheme. It's none of that get-rich-quick stuff that's out there. These are actual people who are investing money into actual deals and then making money on those deals and changing their lives doing it. And I would love if the people who are watching would hop in and do that with me. So if you just tuned in, we got a couple people watching already. Comment below, let me know that you're here. Say hi, say hello, so I know that you're here. It makes me feel a lot better about what I'm doing here today. And obviously, if you have any questions at all, do not hesitate to stop me. The idea is this is a Q&A session where you and I can talk about how to do deals together. And if you're really excited, I may even bring you on camera here. We can join up together and have a conversation together. So let's get going. While you guys are watching and getting acclimated, let's find a deal. Where do we find deals? Well, my favorite place to locate deals is unquestionably Privy. Privy is an on-market app. If you sign up for Privy, use my affiliate link. It's www.ftcprivy. I'm going to throw that on the banner below here. There we go. You can actually, that's the bit.ly link, but it's actually, I have the full URL, but either will work. Use Privy to find deals in your marketplace. If you haven't signed up for that, please do so. If you use my code, you can get into Privy, or you use my affiliate link, you get 20% off of your first month. So there's some added value just for getting signed up with me. We're now inside Privy. I want to make sure you can see this. Hold on. Share my screen so you can see Privy. Here we are. Here's the Privy application. We need to filter Privy because Privy is a full view of the MLS. So it's the same as if you were a real estate agent with a license. If you're already licensed, you've got access to the data as a whole, but Privy takes it one step further. It actually allows you to look at the market from an investor perspective. So we want to start out looking for a deal. We're in El Paso County, so let's look for deals in El Paso County. We go into the filter. We want to find fix and flip potentials that are priced at 75% of value or less, and that's pretty much all we're looking at in the early stages, right? We run that search. It does its magic here, and it's going to find some stuff that's way over what we want to spend, so we can filter that down. Right now, I really want to buy stuff for $350 or less. That's what we're generally putting our clients into. However, let's go up to $400,000 just for the sake of getting some room here to play. So we're going to filter it down to show me fix and flip potentials priced at $400,000 or less. Okay. That brings up a list of properties that are already priced, according to Privy, at 75% of their potential value or less. Okay. So we start here at the first one that pops up. Guys, I got to tell you, anything I see in Colorado Springs right now below 300,000 is worth a look. I'm not saying it's a deal. I'm saying based on the fact that the median price of a home in Colorado Springs right now is about just shy of 500,000. It came up above 500, hit about 510, 515 at its peak, then it trickled back a little bit. Today we're about 475 to 480 is the median price of a single family residence in Colorado Springs, Colorado. So if we're seeing something below 300 grand, it stands to reason that it is probably a deal, and we need to research that further. Here's one on Axtel. It's the very first property that pops up on Privy. Here's what we know about it. I flipped a ton of these. We affectionately called this the Pikes Peak Park buy level because this is the one I've done a lot of these 1,666 square feet. They're all 4 bedrooms, 2 baths, 1 car garage, very similar floor plan. You see a lot of these in the marketplace. We want to flip through this, and this must have been listed relatively recently because it's got snow on it, and we just got snow here locally just a few weeks ago. So let's take a look at the inside of this property. Oops, somehow we ended up on a different property. Let's hop back up. Sorry, guys. Where'd it go? So weird. Okay, here we go. We're back inside to Axtel, 4306 Axtel Street, 4 bedroom, 2 bath. As we look at the inside of the property, what stands out to it? Well, the blue carpet, right? The blue carpeting is obviously going to be a problem. We can budget for carpeting at roughly $2 to $3 per square foot, depending on if we're putting in LVP or carpet. Okay, this house is going to get a decent amount of carpet, a smaller amount of LVP. You can see in the blue areas, we'll probably go back over that. We can quickly budget that we're going to spend about $3,000, maybe $4,000 on flooring. Let's just make a mental note, $4,000 on flooring. Next up, we've got the painting. Painting actually doesn't look like it's in that bad a shape, right? If we got painting, I've got an interior painter that we sub out to that's generally going to charge on a 1,666 square foot house, roughly $4,000 to $5,000 for the interior paint on the property. So we've got flooring, we're going high now, okay? We're going to say $4,000 for flooring. We're going to go $4,500 for interior paint. It's not in terrible shape, but we are at $8,000. We want to replace these cabinets, okay? A 10 by 10 kitchen with the cabinets alone, if we went to Lowe's to buy those kitchen cabinets, would be about $1,500. We should then budget that we're going to install 10 boxes at a very high $100 per box, would be $1,000 to install those, okay? So we have $4,000 in flooring. Right, we have $4,500 in paint, and we just added, we're going to say $2,500 on the high side to install brand new kitchen cabinets, okay? So we went $8,500 plus $2,500. We are now at $12,000, and we've covered the kitchen, the floors, and the paint throughout the property, right? We want to put nice appliances in there, some countertops. I'm going to go ahead and just go crazy and put granite in this deal, okay? So we're going to spend $2,000 on the granite, $14,500. Appliance package is running about $3,000 right now. We're at $17,500. Are you with me? Okay, we got to do this quickly, because if you get into analysis paralysis, you're going to scare yourself out of doing the deal. So we've painted, floored, carpeted. We have put in kitchen cabinets and appliances. We're now at $17,500. Okay, we have to do this analysis fast so we can keep our numbers in line. The windows look like they are steel-clad windows. That's not super desirable, especially with heating costs the way they are right now. So let's figure on windows. Each opening is going to run you roughly $300. Okay, so if we're figuring on $300 per window, and I know this floor plan, so I can tell you, you've got 4 windows up front, you've got 4 windows out back. Okay, so you're generally going to be looking at 8 windows. If we're spending $300 to $400 per opening on 8 windows, we're going to add on another $3,000 at $3,500 in windows. We're going to go high side on this. Okay, so we got $3,500 in windows on top of the $17,500 we were at. Where are we at right now? That's a quick $21,000 we spent on the remodel. But the paint is now gorgeous. The windows are replaced. The carpet is replaced. We are almost done here. But we spent $22,000 basically, right, on the property. Here's bathroom number 1. We got to replace that tile because it's terrible. We're going to resurface the tub. The tub resurface is going to cost you about $400. The tile surround, roughly $2,000 with the tile installed. We got to get a new vanity in there and installation of the vanity. We got to replace the toilet. All said and done, a master bath, okay, should be roughly $3,000. A secondary bath, I budget for $2,000 to $2,500, but a master, like a full bath, should be all said and done about $3,000. We were already at $22,500, so we spent $3,000 on that. We're at $25,500, and then we got the tub done, the tile surround, the vanity is replaced, etc. And now we spent $25,000, right? This room we don't need to worry about because we've already painted it. Maybe we're adding a little bit of extras for doors and trim, etc. Here's another secondary bathroom. I'm going to add that on there, right? We were at $25,000. I'm going to add another $3,000 to get this bathroom retiled, redone. It's not even a full master bath, so I'm probably going a little high on that. But now we've gone from basically $26,000 to $29,000. Okay, we always from there add a roughly $3,000 10% waggle factor. Okay, so and we got to figure out the deck and some other things. So there's just things that we're not going to be able to budget for right now. But if all's said and done, we bought this property for $295. It's asking price. Okay, and we can probably get a bit of a discount on that right now because houses that need work are not selling at the pace that houses that don't need work are selling at right now. So there's a shot we can get it cheaper, but assuming we paid asking price and we then tacked on $35,000 with all of my, and I did high side price. It's important to note, I did high side pricing on every component of this property. Okay, in every case, I went higher than I believe it should cost to get there, resulting in a $35,000 remodel on this property. Okay, we are now buying it for $295 and spending $35,000 to fix it. We're now at $335. Are you with me? Okay, it's important that you're able to run these numbers and understand. Tell me you're with me in the comments if you would today. Yes, Donnie, I got you. I'm with you. Just shoot me a comment so I know you're here. I'd really appreciate it. Okay, so we spent $35,000. We bought the property for $295. Spent $35,000. We're at $330. We have quickly done the finding of a deal. We've been on this call now for 13 minutes. We have found a deal. Okay, we've done a quick analysis on the deal as far as what the rehab budget's going to be. Next, we got to figure out the next of our 3 numbers because 3 numbers matter right now. Your buy price, your rehab price, and your sale price. If you've got those numbers and the end number is double what your desired profit is. Why double? Because you got to factor in your real estate commissions, your cost of funds, and any other gotchas that come along the way. Okay, so we're really super realistic numbers. What should we sell this property? We now have 300. We bought it for $295. Okay, we put $35,000 in the remodel, so we're in it for $330,000. Stick with me here, okay? What Privy does next, and we're going to go further than Privy here in just a little bit, but what Privy does next is it shows us what's selling nearby so we can compare that and figure out if we've got a deal here. Well, here's a property on Catalina, okay? It's more square footage than ours. It went for 435. I'm not going to use this one because it is so much bigger than ours. 1480 square feet up, another 1,200 square foot in the basement. Not a good comp, okay? Another one below here on Clover is a rancher, more closer to our square footage. It's listed for 395. Listed doesn't really solve our problem. We need to see stuff that's sold. But here's one that sold with 1,800 square feet and it went for 390. Let's look at this one real quick because we want to compare our property. Very similar neighborhood because it's nearby. It's a one-car garage just like ours is. It's definitely not flipped, okay? What it is nicely updated, right? They did a good job of taking care of the property, but it's still got the old tile. It's still got some of the old flooring. I don't know what the hell they were thinking when they did this, that tile surround. That's not exactly desirable, right? But it went for 390 without being remodeled. You've got to ask yourself, do you think someone would pay more for a property fully remodeled than a property that's still in kind of dated original condition? The answer to that is obviously yes, okay? But I want to take this one step further than I usually go. Privy is suggesting now that we can get about 390 for this, and I think that's early yet. I want to go further on the analysis here a little bit, okay? Because I want you to look at, oh, I almost turned the stream off, sorry. Let's head over to the MLS just super quickly here, okay? Because in the MLS, Privy is a view of the MLS, but I want you to see what the agents are seeing when they are going in and they're looking at this property, and we're going to run some comps from an appraisal standpoint here real quickly, okay? So real quickly, we hop in to the MLS. We're going to do a quick search, and here we are quickly searching. We're going to hop into the search. I want to look at every property around this, not the filtered version that Privy gives us a little bit of, but rather every property around this and quickly determine what we're going to get for the Axtell property. So it's 4305 Axtell. I wish I'd kept that up, but here we go. We found the property. We want to see under contract, pending, and sold, which Privy struggles a little bit to get. We also want to limit our square footage. We want to see 1,500 square feet to 2,000 square feet because we're at the lower end of that at 1,600, okay? We don't want to go above that because we don't want to see comps that blow this way out of the water. Right out of the gate, we find our subject property, 295, right? In the Strathmore subdivision, we look at what's under contract. Here's one on Red Cedar, just 0.7 miles away. Anything below a mile is fine, okay? If we want closer is better, obviously, but below a mile, I'm feeling good about the accuracy here. So here's one on Red Cedar. It's under contract. It does have a 2-car garage versus our 1-car garage. Let's see if it's a remodel, okay? It's definitely newer than ours, so we don't necessarily want to use this as a comp. But it's not remodeled. It's pretty much in original condition. It is under contract now, 31 days on the market, which is a little high for $410,000, okay? Not a great comp because of the age, so we're going to keep moving. Let's look at, that's all we have for under contract and active. What we have a lot of is what's sold. That's the true determination of the valuation is what's sold nearby. Here's one. It's also a 2-car garage, about the same square footage. It's sold 0.5 miles away, okay? A little bit newer in the architecture, but it's sold for $422. Let's take a look at the inside and clean, right? Nicely done, but not a full flip by any means. Went for $422. With that 2-car garage, we can factor out about $10,000, maybe even $15,000 lower based on that. So we can pull that off. That still keeps us at about $407 in pure value on our property. Let's look at another one. Just 0.8 miles away, 1 day on the market, sold for $419. A little bit newer, but not by a large margin, right? Inside, regular retail, right? They live in the property. It's not a flip. The cabinets are original. It's days on market. We care about that. Was 1 day. They got $420. Again, 2-car garage. So we adjust for that by 10 grand. We're still at about $410, give or take. One more comp for good measure here, maybe 2. Here's 0.2 miles away, a little closer to our neighborhood. It is our Pikes Peak Park bi-level style home, okay? And it's sold. This is not a theory. This is a sold comp. The windows were replaced. It does have the 2-car garage. It's almost identical square footage, and it's sold for $405. Only variable on this, again, is a 2-car garage versus our 1. So if we adjust that by 10 grand, that keeps our value at $395. Okay, and I'm going to do one more for good measure here on Canoe Creek, half a mile away, $400,000 sale price, similar square footage, took a long time to sell at 59 days, but Not a full remodel by any means, just kind of updated slightly, paint's been updated, but original cabinets, etc. So we're going to show better than this. What's the bottom line, guys? The bottom line is based on today's condition, okay? Based on the current market, not the theory, not the hope or the desire, based on the current market condition. If we had a fully remodeled house, our best comp on this was definitely the property here on College View. For one thing, it was the closest. For two, it was almost the identical floor plan, the bi-level style, just slightly larger. The only variable between this property and the property we're looking at right now is the 2-car garage. So if I adjust by 10 grand, that leaves us at a retail value on this property, if it were done well, of $395. What did I tell you on how to calculate our profit here? We're in for $335. Okay. We have 30,000, 35,000, 35,000 into it, almost, based on our asking price. And I went a little high. So we're in for 330. We are thinking we're going to sell it at 395. That's a $65,000 spread, right, on this property that we need to figure we're going to keep half of that based on cost of funds. So it should be walking out of this deal with $32,500 or more. So why hasn't it swept off of the market? Because most investors are currently running scared. Okay, the reality of the current market is people are fearful. Warren Buffett put it best: be greedy when others are fearful, and fearful when others are greedy. Okay, so right now, a lot of fear is in the market. This is the time for you as an investor to counter that response and go, here's an opportunity for me to make 32,000, maybe more on this deal based on our very conservative estimate, based on spending more on the remodel than we actually should. Right? You should be walking out of this deal with $32,500. If you're worried about how to get started, where you're going to find the deal, how you're going to analyze it, who's going to stand behind you throughout this, that's what the coaching program is about. That's what I can help you with, so you don't have to do this on your own. We can work together to make you a deal. You pay me for coaching, but the profit you make on the deal is purely your profit. The requirements are two things. One, that you've got the guts to get started, sign up for coaching and get going. Okay. Number two, that you've got enough money liquid to buy this property. Right now, lenders generally want somewhere between 10 and 15% down in the hard money space to get a deal done. So if our purchase price is $295, you're looking at roughly, best case scenario, $30,000, worst case scenario, $45,000 you got to put down. They will also finance the repairs into the deal. So you don't need that money out of pocket. They're going to give you what's called a lender draw, allowing you to pull money out of the house as you complete the remodel. So now you put $30,000 of lender money into this deal to get it done. You're listing it on the market for $390 to $395. You got a gross spread of $65,000, and you're walking ideally with $32,000 on the deal. And more importantly, you've learned a skill set that will work really well in the market that's coming up. Like, it's working great now, but there's going to be some incredible opportunities in the market to come. You've got to seize the day. You've got to take advantage. And I would love, love, love to be your coach to help you get that done. If you're interested, it's very simple. Comment here if you're watching live today, or message me. Give me a call, 719-649-2500. Why do I put my cell phone number out there? Because I want to talk to my potential and current clients. I want to have a conversation with you about what the right move is for your investing career. If you're doing deals, I generally have a small markup on every single deal I present to my clients. Okay. So if you're doing deals, I'm making money because you're doing deals. Okay. Not on the back end profit. We leave the back end profit to you at $25,000 or more, but I usually can add some fees to the front end for putting the deal together. So that allows me to do more deals with you, which is going to make you more profitable. And the more deals that you do, the more money both of us are going to make. I am fully transparent on how I'm compensated for what I do. As long as you are making money, I am going to be making money, and we can do a lot of deals together. Okay. The key is you've got to take the first step. reach out to me. Let's have a 30 to 45-minute conversation where we will discuss if coaching is the right fit for you in your current investing career. If the answer is yes, I would be honored to be your real estate investment coach and walk you through, done with you on your first and as many deals we can get done during the year. My coaching fee is an annual fee based on as many deals we can get done during that year, and I'm hoping to earn your business each and every single year by consistently providing you with deals, insight, guidance, everything you need to be successful in building wealth with real estate investing. That's what this whole program is about. Okay, guys, we are well over time today, but we quickly found a deal. We analyzed it. We need to talk about funding briefly. I have hard money loans. We talked about 10 to 15% down. I've got contractors I can introduce you to get the work done. We've got pricing, so we know what contracting is supposed to cost. There's a lot of silly numbers going on in the contracting space right now because the builders drove the prices up, insurance drove the prices up. Contractors are calling me looking for work right now because things are slowing down and prices are getting back to normal. That's an opportunity for my clients to start doing deals more consistently and more profitably. Finally, flipping the deal is just a byproduct of getting started, getting going, getting it on the market. I've got an agent on my team who's going to give you a great deal on it based on your ability to get you working with the clientele. Okay, so you hop in here. We've got 22,000. I love Phil. Thanks for tuning in, Phil. I really appreciate it, man. Sorry, I don't know if the screen share didn't start right away. Hopefully at some point that did pop up. But bottom line, guys, is the opportunities are there. The market is primed for it right now. All you got to do is take the first step. Let's hop on a call, discuss whether coaching is the right fit. I would be honored to be your real estate investment coach. Okay, that's the show for today. I see that there are lots of people still watching. I would sure love if you guys would comment in there and let me know. We actually had some comments, obviously. So keep those comments coming. Ask any questions that you have. I'm on standby for a few more minutes here to discuss what you need to know to get started in real estate investing. Let's do a deal, man. The market's primed for it. It took us 30 seconds to find a deal. And if I went back to Privy, I could probably find you 3 or 4 more that are on the market right now. You just need a little bit of hand holding like I did to get started. All right, guys, we're going to wrap up with that then. I really appreciate you tuning in each and every single week to this live Q&A session. As you can tell, I'm very passionate about what I do. I love this business. I love helping people to build wealth in real estate investing, and I'm certain I can help you as well. Please slide into my DM, send me a message. Let's do a deal together, at least discuss whether coaching is the right fit. With that, this is Donny Coram, your foreclosure deals coach. Thanking you so much for tuning in each and every single week and reminding you now and always, don't buy a house. Bye.